Okay, this tutorial is just, it's a little bit of fun. We have some assets here that are really kind of neat to look at, and they can be made to function, um, and they can be made to look quite real, which is the goal. I mean, we want them to be in appearance, we want them to look the part, and functionality. We want them to have the functionality that they need um, to do the training that they're required to do. This device, the personnel lifter, can telescope, it can extend, it can rotate, it can also drive. We can make the steering functional, and we can regulate its speed. So it's an accurate depiction of how the real one would operate. These doors can be made completely functional. We can create that same functionality with the latch, the hinges, the locking of the doors, the buttons, the levers, the joysticks, everything. And moving over here, we can populate this device to function properly and have the sound that it would generate in the real world. Um, Readout screens. The the support devices here, the legs for the machine for stabilizing, they can be made functional and obviously included in part of the tutorial because that is a definitely important part of the machine, and stability is very important. We can also populate the lights that you can select the um, the level of illumination. You can dim them, you can increase them, you can point them in different directions, raise them, lower them. However they function in the real world, you can do that in the VR world. Plugs, cables, functionality there, all the same. And yeah, we can create that. This is another asset. Again, it just shows you what we're able to create as far as the functionality goes, and or not so much the functionality, because it takes a little doing to create the proper functionality of the device. But you can see that this is pretty detailed asset, and we can create that. This is one of the. I'm going to take you over to the tower, the cell phone tower. This thing's a lot of fun. I love this tower because you can climb it, and the GSC sector antennas that are up there, they're very accurate. This is really a lot of fun. I really like this one a lot. You just walk right through the wall there. Um, we also have the generation station at the base of the unit. And now these, obviously, I'm not going to pretend like I know what any of this stuff is. We do have a company that's working with us for telecommunications, and I might have him do a tutorial for you guys because he knows how to speak the language a lot better than I do. But the fun part here is climbing. I think this is really a lot of fun. You just climb right to the top of the structure here, and it's really kind of neat. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. It does kind of take some doing, a little bit of practice, because it's something that you just haven't ever done before. Um, it's takes a little bit of a stretch to get to this one because this is a big gap here. There we go. I made it. All right. And so what I'm doing is I'm just grabbing with one hand and then releasing with the other, and then grabbing and then releasing and grabbing, and just like you would in a real. Now my feet are not working. That one's a little far away. I'm going to grab onto this. All right, I got that. All right, now my feet are not working. Now that's called inverse kinematics. And inverse kinematics allows you to have arms and legs functional. Now we have upper body inverse kinematics, which gives you my arms. But we do not have lower body inverse kinematics, so where I'm looking down, you don't see my legs. We can create that if you need it. But a lot of things in the world of construction and stuff, they're done with your hands and your arms. This is kind of fun to, I'll get you a closer look, to see the sector array antennas. There's one up here, and I'll get you up there. Hold on, let me climb up there. Give me a second. Get up here. Oh, I'm stuck. Okay, here we go. One of these sector array antennas is right up here. So I'm going to try and get to that thing. Let's see if I can grab onto that. There we go, I got it. Okay, here it is. Now there is the sector array antenna. And you can see it's just neat. I don't know why I think it's neat, but you can see we can populate it with the bolts and the screws and things like that, so we can loosen them, tighten them, and then change the direction of it. We can make the connections on the wires functional. Let me climb over here, and we can do the same thing with this guy here. Oh man, oh boy. I'm kind of, it really does have an effect on your your sense of height. It just is, it's such a strange, bizarre thing. But I actually am concerned about the falling part. And there's something in it with your brain. It's just, if they make the perception correct, it can really mess with your head. Let's see, I'm going to try and, I'll do a demonstration for gravity. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, easy. I hit a couple of rungs on the way down, but yeah. So that's another part of the asset collection that we have. All right, that'll do for this tutorial.